different ways for different purposes. Every day for industrial purpose, for ritual purpose, and so on. The focus here was on the dung, the fuel, the daily use fuel. Very interesting because this using fuel technically, archaeologically led us to the theory of destruction. That how Mohenjo-daro was destroyed, and one theory came uh, about the environment, and it was again somehow related with the forestation and the cutting down the trees and making all bricks. Because when we see Mohenjo-daro, then hundreds, thousands, million bricks have been made. Definitely, one kiln uses whole lot of fuel. So the making burnt bricks takes a fuel. Everyday life where thousands of people live in a city, in a one city, they also use a fuel. So this fuel is very interesting to understand, and it can be further understood through the archaeobotanical approaches in which charcoal, dungs. She brought an issue of ethnoarchaeology or ethnography. Yes, still we use the dung. This is indirect resource, fuel resource, which is created through utilizing the plants, herbs, shrubs that animal use, and they create the dung and we use for the everyday life. Somehow it is used at an industrial purpose for lohar, for other purpose. They also use these things. Very important issue. The second paper by Mr. Ayum, Statite seals from Ghaggar Basin. Now, for those who have just small knowledge about the archaeology, I would make clear that during Mohenjo-daro there were two rivers, Indus River and Ghaggar River, Ghaggar Hakra River. Indus River that we see today and Ghaggar has dried. Now this is archaeological issue that where Hakra flowed. Majority of our archaeologists, they argue that Ghaggar, Hakra, Saraswati, it flowed towards the Indian side, the east of the third desert. But somehow my exploration survey, Dr. Mughal's survey in Cholistan and Sindh, we also argue that the Ghaggar and Hakra flowed on the western side of the third desert. So anyways, it was a parallel river to the Indus, and on that parallel river, there were numerous, too many settlements. And those settlements were culturally connected with the city where we are right now. This is the largest settlement of Indus civilization, we all know, and the smallest settlements are scattered into the other parts. Now, as soon as the settlements grow into the towns, they had some administrative arrangements. In those administrative arrangements, they need some sort of the regularities. In those regularities, the seals played very important role. If we discuss seals in that direction, they provide the administration, they provide identification, they were used for the trade. Now, the paper presented by Mr. Ayum showed how these seals were evolved, whether or not they provide us basic information about the growth of their own technology and the growth of society and their systems as well. Very nice scientific approach in which he used SEM and 3D models and find out some differences in a technology. Of course, there will be the differences in a technology when we look at the development, when we look at the finishing, where we look at the technology. So the differences will be there, and our job, or the archaeologist's job, is to find out those technical points and explain our greater culture. Excellent paper. The third paper, very different one. That is about the conservation, preservation, and restoration of Harappa. The Harappa Shahar, the Harappa settlement, is another largest settlement of Indus civilization. It is almost 400 kilometers, even more than that, from the city where we are. That site again has too many problems as we have at Mohenjo-daro. The nature of the problem that Harappa has are somehow different, and somewhere we can find a similarity. Now the restoration work they are taking at Harappa can be very beneficial to us in a sense that the situation where we find a similarity at Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, we can take their experimentation and apply here if possible. If not, then we have to wait for 2-3 years and see the successful of their restoration work, and then we can apply here. But very nice paper, and I thank you all listeners and all presenters, and I hope that you have enjoyed the papers. Thank you very much.
Right, Haider Saab, please.
Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My dear guests, audience, it is great honor for me to be here at Mohenjo-daro. Prime Minister of Pakistan and Chief Minister of Punjab are very keen for the promotion of the tourism and archive. Chief Minister Punjab specially directed me to be participate this conference on his behalf. This is a great honor for me to be here at Mohenjo-daro. One could imagine the high levels of civilization and urban development in these ancient times. One cannot cover all aspects of this site in short time. It takes weeks and months to study this civilization. The person who took part in preserving this heritage are commendable. This is a well-managed asset of Pakistan. I would suggest that this site should be giving more projection worldwide to attract the tourism and to make soft image of Pakistan. This is a real treasure of the world having great international importance. Mohenjo-daro is a fascinating, unique place. I again thankful to the team conserving and preserving these monuments. Thank you all.
With those encouraging words, we will conclude this session. There is a short break for tea, and then we will return in 15 minutes for our next panel So we'll take a short break for tea for 10, 15 minutes, and I would encourage you to return soon because we have a very exciting session that is going to start in 15, 20 minutes. Thank you very much.